Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Fool's Apprentice. My name is Benny, and today is hashtag Saturday. So I scoured Tarot 2, not really, but I did find a really fun hashtag, and it really doesn't really deal with tarot at all. It kind of is a way of getting to know people a little bit. It is hashtag 25 Wacky Questions by Lisa and her wife Peggy, or Peggy and her wife Lisa, over at Lisa Papez's channel. And I thought it was kind of cute. They did this, I think 5 years ago. And I saw a few of the videos and I thought, you know what, this one's kind of fun. They actually had a lot of fun doing the video. So if you haven't been around that long, I'd go back and watch it. I'll post it in the comments below. They actually had a really good time doing it. There was a really funny moment where Peggy, I think she tried to cough or sneeze and she had to excuse herself because she really had to go blow her nose. That was hilarious. Okay. So I have the questions on my phone, and then remember when I ended up getting the spoiler tarot, this wonderful one that sold me the deck, and ended up including a little notebook. So I have my notes in here. So I am going to be using both these to read the questions and remember what I wrote. And they're just little tiny notes just to give me an idea of what I had thought about. So, with no further ado, let's get into it, guys. So, wacky question number 1. What is something you hate but wish you loved? Oh my gosh. So first I was thinking, and I was with Peggy on this one, like, well, if I hate it, why would I wish I'd want it? Like, why? That made no sense. But then I sat with it for a little bit. I heard what they were talking about, and I said, you know what? I really wish I enjoyed is working out and going to the gym. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I hate it. It's awful. It's torturous. I can't stand it. But it seems like I'm the only one in my family. My mother walks. My siblings go to the gym, work out. My nieces and nephews work out. They go to the gym. They're always posting pictures. In fact, my brother, when he lived in Colorado, he's a power lifter. And he has every powerlifting record except for one in the state of Colorado, which is crazy. I remember I used to love to run and play tennis, but I could not stand lifting weights and going to the gym. And, it's painful. It hurts. And so I don't know about anybody else, but when it comes to, physical pain, I'm just not into it. So I was actually very, very physically fit when I was young. Good muscle tone, because I did go to the gym. I was in the Marine Corps. I don't know if a lot of you know that. I'm a veteran, and I was in the Marines when I was very young. In fact, I signed up when I was 17. I had to take my mom to go sign a waiver saying that I could sign up. Ain't that crazy? That was a long time ago. Feels like yesterday. But working out has always been an issue for me. And with all these major health issues that I've had, and it's significant, nothing to sneeze at. If I told you all this stuff, y'all'd be like, I don't know, is he telling us the truth? I'd be telling you the truth. Very the Lifetime movie. However, my body has taken a serious beating, and I am starting to worry about frailty in older age. And I'd say in the last 2 years, my brother has really pushed for me to get to the gym, to start working out. But oh my God, I can't stand it. I joined the gym, and for a year, I think I went three times. In fact, oh my God, it's just been awful. However, I don't know what happened, but in late October, something just flipped in my brain, and I needed to go to the gym. And they built a gym literally 2 minutes away from my home, across the street. So I joined, and I've been pretty good about going. I've gotten stronger. I feel better. I can go up a flight of stairs And I'm like, oh, I went up a flight of stairs. But I wish I loved working out like my brother and my sisters, my brothers and my sister and my nieces and nephews. They love it. They get a thrill out of it. I don't. It is a task. It is a job. It is an odyssey sometimes. And I have to work really hard to get up and go. I can't give myself time to think about it because I won't go. And no, I didn't go today. It's Saturday. So weekends are mine. So I really, really, really wish that I enjoyed working out like my family does. So that is the first one. I don't know if you can relate, but I'm going to suspect many of you can. Number 2, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, this one's a tough one for me. I go through phases when it comes to ice cream. There are times where I will eat like a whole pint every day for like a month. Yes, that's crazy. And then there are times that I won't have ice cream for a year. But there are two flavors that I really am drawn to. Baskin Robbins Cherries Jubilee. I love those big black cherries that are in the ice cream. Oh my God, I just love it. And then cookies and cream. And every time I'm like, cookies and cream, I don't know. But then I get a bowl and I can't stop eating it because it's so delicious. So if they said, Benny, you're going to die and you can only have one bowl of ice cream, what bowl would it be? My mind and my body say, no, let me rephrase that. My body is saying Cherries Jubilee. But when I eat it, it doesn't give me the same punch as the cookies and cream, where I actually have to stop myself from serving myself another bowl. So cookies and creams it is. Maybe I should mix them together. Ooh, maybe. All right. I'm such an old man. Number 3, which celebrity chef would you like? Okay, let me repeat that. Which celebrity chef would you most like to make your dinner? And the reason I paused is I started thinking about the celebrity chefs and I'm like, did I save her information? And I did. Her name is Kristen Kish, Kish. Oh my God, did you hear the Spanish in me, the Mexican in me right there with pronunciation? Okay, Kristen Kish, like fish with a K, was on season 10 of Top Chef. She's amazing. I love her personality. Her food looks amazing. I've never had it, but she seems like the kind of person that I would enjoy talking to as she prepares a meal. I would probably sit in the kitchen with her. She's cooking, get to know her, see what she's doing, pick up a few tips, learn how to make the dish that she's making. And what was really cool about her season, or her, is that she ended up getting eliminated. But at that time, they had Last Chance Kitchen. So she went to Last Chance Kitchen. There you go with my pronunciation. And she won Last Chance Kitchen. She had to beat other competitors who had been eliminated for a chance to come back on the show. She made it to the finals after winning Last Chance Kitchen and won the whole thing. I mean, it was exhilarating to watch. It was one of my favorite seasons. So Top Chef season 10. So that's who I would pick. Kristen Kish. All right. Okay. What is your favorite childhood book? Oh my God. Okay, I know. Boohoo Benny, right? Well, growing up, we were really poor, and it was really about just survival. So books weren't a part of my childhood. Just weren't. However, in high school, I started getting into books. And in adulthood, yeah, I started getting into books as well. Had I been a child when I read Harry Potter, that would have been my childhood book. I love Harry Potter and that whole series. Like, me and my brothers were these two grown men, veterans. at midnight at this huge bookstore called Barnes and Nobles, like at 11:30 at night, in line waiting for our book. Now, the cool thing is that we weren't the only adults, but there were a lot of kids there as well. But if I were a child and I had read Harry Potter, that would have been my favorite book, The Sorcerer's Stone. So, yeah, to this day, I love that book. I can relate to that child so much in that book. Are you a morning person or a night owl? I am not a morning person. Okay. I've had surgeries, and I'm making a point. And I know what it's like to come out of anesthesia. That is what it feels like for me to wake up in the morning. I am not a morning person. It takes a great amount of effort, and I'm not kidding, guys, a great amount of effort for me to wake up, to get up, to sit up, to roll over. Oh, I remember my mother would scream at me and my brothers to get up because we had to get to school. And I'm not the only one. Most of my family's like this. It's a job. Waking up in the morning is the first job that I do every single day. And my mother would warn us, if you don't get up, and she's screaming at us and she's not happy, that she was going to throw cold water on us. And if you know my mother, you know she ain't joking around. And it happened more than once that a bucket full of ice water would be doused upon us. And we would get up pissed. And of course, you can't talk back to your mom, not my mom, because there would be wrath to face if you did. And get up and go and start your day. And let me tell you, to this day, there does not go a day where it's not hard. And if I don't go to bed on time and I have to get up to, let's say, go to work because you can't sleep in, it can cause a bad day to occur. So I am not a morning person, but I find that I can stay up all night, have a good time at night, stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And if I didn't have a schedule, I would sleep during the day and be up at night. My body would just normally do that. Why? I don't know, but it would. Okay, question number 6. If everything in your house had to be just one color, what color would you choose? Now, I love the color orange, like the traditional color orange, not bright, not like too much orange, but I love orange. And I always said that was my favorite color. But then one day, I don't know where I read this or where I saw that. I'm sure I saw it. Somebody said the way you can tell what your favorite color is by walking into your closet and seeing that and looking at your clothes. Your clothes will tell you what colors you gravitate to because those are the colors you buy and wear. And it turned out that blue is my color. And I look around and I'm like, you know what? Blue is my color. In fact, you can't tell, but this wall back here is a dark blue. My home is a light blue. I have tons of blue shirts. My bag is blue. My cup, blue. So, I don't know what it is about blue. I just find it very calming. And it's just a really beautiful color to look at. And there's so many variations of blue that I like compared to, let's say, green or any other color. And so if I had to choose for everything to be one color, it would be blue, but I would have a wide variations and shades and tones of blue for my home, and it would look badass. At least I think it would. Okay, number 7. What is your favorite day of the week? Oh, that's an easy one for me. Sunday. I don't know what it is about Sunday, but that seems like the day where I feel the most relaxed. Like, oh, I don't have anything, and it might be because work is 2 days away. Yesterday I had to relax. And probably ran some errands. And this is the day where if I want to go to a place to connect with my spirituality, I can. This is usually a time where I make time for friends, to go out and eat, time with family. This is where I get to sleep in if I choose to sleep in. It just feels like the day where if I want to be lazy and do nothing, I can be lazy and do nothing because I know I got work tomorrow. So it kind of puts me in a place where I don't even have to think if I don't want to think. I could just sit on the couch and stare at 4 blank walls and do nothing. But Sunday seems to rest my soul. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah. See, I thought I was going to need this book. I remember my questions so far. Can you whistle? Oh my God, Lisa. Lisa and Peggy, when I read this, I was like, oh my God. The only way you can answer this question is by showing you, can I whistle? And I have these big lips, right? And you'd figure, oh my God, he's going to be able to, blowhorn, right? Very a ship or an 18-wheeler, but no. I can't whistle very well, and it's almost a little embarrassing. But it's yeah. Can't do it. I used to be able to do it that way. Pinching my lip. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's my lips, if it's my mouth, my tongue. I can't do it. I did this yesterday, though. I did it yesterday, but evidently I cannot whistle, which is weird. Like, why can't I whistle? You know what? I'm going to have to look up at a video on learning how to whistle. Maybe I should do that. Okay, number 9. If you had to choose one cartoon character to be your best friend, what character would you choose? All right. So, I actually thought if I should actually do this or share this or not, because I think it's weird. It would be Fred from Scooby-Doo. I like Fred quite a bit, actually. He's just a very sensible guy. But it turns out, and this is in retrospect, I didn't know this at the time, Fred was my first crush. My first crush in life was a cartoon character named Fred from Scooby-Doo. I don't know if that's weird or not, but it's true. I thought Fred was adorable. I thought he was very handsome. I thought he dressed really nice. He seemed to be in charge. He seemed a little clueless sometimes, which I thought was adorable. But my best friend would be Fred, and I'd have this secret crush on him. Has anybody else had a crush on a cartoon? Please, at least one person. But yeah. Fred was my first crush. Wow. That brought back memories. Okay, question number 10. Do you believe in ghosts, and would you ever go ghost hunting? I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I lean towards no, but then I think about, like, there has to be something bigger than this. I believe that there's something bigger than this. So why couldn't there be? So I can't say I don't believe in ghosts. I can't say I believe in ghosts. There are moments that I lean more no, and then there are other moments I lean more yes. But I think just as important, would I go ghost hunting? No. No desire to go ghost hunting. One, if ghosts exist, there could be good ghosts, there could be bad ghosts. They'll pop up out of nowhere, scare the hell out of me. I'm not in the mood. Usually they come out at night, or at least that's what we see. And frankly, I think I'd be bored to tears after about 5 minutes of trying to hunt a ghost. Like, how does that even happen? Sorry, not my thing. Not doing it. So, do I believe in ghosts? Sometimes. Would I go ghost hunting? Ghost hunting? No, I would not. So, number 11. Which of the seven drawers is most like you? And for me, that's easy. I, on average, sneeze maybe 5 or 6 times. It's been like that my whole life. I understand that it's not normal for most people to sneeze like that, but I'm not the only one. I don't know many people that do that. I have sneezed way over 10 times, multiple times, and it is uncomfortable because the intensity of a sneeze is a lot. And then as I sneeze and sneeze and sneeze, that intensity, that tension inside my face gets stronger and stronger. And it gets to a point where it almost feels painful, but not pain. I was in a classroom when I was interpreting in a high school, sign language interpreting. And the kids were like 10, 11, 12. And when I got to 16 and I stopped, they all cheered and it became this big event. Oh my God. So needless to say, that was the talk of the school that day. But sneezy is the one. All right. These are really weird questions. What is one of your favorite smells? There are a few, but when I look around, I have these candles. Vanilla. I love the way vanilla smells. Childhood memory-wise, Play-Doh. Play-Doh just kind of has this really nice, I don't know, comforting smell that reminds me of my childhood. Play-Doh, we did that at school. But as an adult, vanilla has, in any variation, lavender vanilla, warm vanilla, sugar vanilla, pumpkin vanilla, vanilla all the way is my scent. Number 13, would you rather be able to copy and paste or in real life or undo in real life? I found that to be an odd question. I'm thinking, well, what do you copy paste in real life? What does that even look like? Like, I have no idea. And so I guess, and I still don't understand it. So I'm going to go with undo, but I would very rarely use it because everything I've done, even some really horrible mistakes, have led to me being who I am today and the kind of person I am today and how I use my wisdom and my intelligence. Granted, I don't want to ask somebody, oh, when they're due and they're like, I'm not pregnant. Oh my God, that's happened to me before. Horrible. So maybe that's when I would use undo because, don't want to make somebody else uncomfortable, but that would be a good undo. All right. Number 14, what is the best type of cheese? Don't shoot me, but I'm not a big cheese person overall. The only time I ever really eat cheese, like is in a cheeseburger. I do every once in a while, I'll do a little tray of olives and meat and cheese, but cheddar cheese is pretty much the thing for me. I go to my grocery store here, which is H-E-B. It's huge. It's a beautiful grocery store. And they'll have this huge area of nothing but all these cheeses. And I'm like, okay. And then I go on to the next thing. So cheese is not my thing. If you had number 15, if you had a warning label, what would it say? So I wrote 2 of them down. One is way too happy because some people think I am way too happy. I mean, I really like my life. I like where I'm at. My life isn't perfect. I have bad days. I feel down sometimes. Sometimes I'm moody. But generally, I'm a really, really happy person. I think part of that is just my demeanor. That's just how I am. Benny and a smile, instead of a Coke and a smile. But I know when people are not in the best of places, I have to be very aware of that because when you're not in the best of mood and you got, a very happy person near you, that can really be annoying. So that would be a label. And then the other one is avoid if on a diet. I can't tell you how many times somebody will tell me I'm on a diet, and then I bring something and I'm eating and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Do you want one? And I'm not trying to destroy their diet or tempt them. It's just I'm thoroughly enjoying what I'm eating that I want to offer it to somebody else so they could enjoy it with me. But I tend to do that a lot, and I'm just not paying attention. And so of course, I apologize, and I don't offer it again for probably 10 minutes, and then I'll offer it again. So those would be the two warning signs. If What's the one food you could never bring yourself to eat? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm also with Peggy on this one, is escargot. However, if I had to choose between escargot and oysters, I would force the escargot down. Oysters, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's like a big snot that you eat, and just because it's in a shell doesn't make it fancy. Sorry. I don't understand it. I'm thinking, this is what I think about some foods. Whoever ate it the first time in the history of mankind must have been starving to eat it. It'd never be something that will be an acquired taste for me, because I will never eat it. I will go hungry. I will eat grass. I will eat bark before I eat an oyster. Ugh. Can't do it. Can't do it. Just the thought of it. I just can't do it. No. I don't understand. No. 17. If your 5-year-old self suddenly found themselves inhibiting your current body, what would your 5-year-old self do first? If that happened, if all of a sudden my 5-year-old self came and took over, the first thing I would be looking for is my great-grandmother. Her name was Nana. You know, God rest her soul, she's gone. But if this really happened, that's the first thing I would do. I loved my great-grandmother. She was just like my favorite person in the world. She just, every time I saw her, I knew, one, she was always super excited to see me. And I would run to her and she would grasp me and hold me and spin me around. And she just loved me. And she was like my best friend. And my mother tells this story. Yeah, I don't remember it, but she tells this story. She's told this story forever. Is that one day I wanted to go see my great-grandmother. And my mom told me that we couldn't go because we didn't have any gas in the car. And so time went by and I came back and I told my mom that, you know, we can go see grandma now because we got gas in the car. And my mother's like, what did you do? And she ran outside and I had the water hose in the car, gas tank. I had seen my mom put gas in the car enough times that I knew that that's what that was for. So there was water spilling out of the car because I wanted to go see my grandmother. So my mom ended up calling a friend who came and took care of it because she hadn't started the engine. And we went on the city bus and she took me to go see my grandmother. So that's what would happen if my 5-year-old self took this old man body over. That's the first thing I would do, is I would look for my great-grandmother, Nana. I have great memories of her. I just adored her. She was an awesome, awesome grandmother. Okay. If you could shop for free at one store, which one would you choose? And for me, that would be a grocery store called H-E-B here in Texas. It's huge. It is the best grocery store I have ever been to. I've been to different states, gone to those grocery stores. I don't know how people make it. But the H-E-B grocery store has everything I need. And then some. Some of them even sell household items and clothing. But if there was one store I was going to always buy for free, that would be food. I would never have to worry about food. I could always go and shop, and food is going to get expensive, and it's going to continue to be more expensive and more expensive as I get older. So practically wise, that's what I would do. I would shop at my local HEB. But I just realized what would happen with that is I would have to live in Texas. I wouldn't be able to move because I don't think they're anywhere else but Texas. So there you go. 19. If you had a bottomless budget to build a fort, what would yours look like? I don't know. I don't have a clue what my fort would look like. Part of me wants it to look like a castle from hundreds of years ago, but then I'm like, no. Then I would want something futuristic, and then I'm like, no. So I think the closest thing that I could think of a castle that I would want, a fort, would be probably maybe like the White House. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Or some kind of palace. And I would actually want a moat with a drawbridge that would come down with people that would be around. So, some kind of combination of the White House, a palace, and a castle. Yeah, and I'd want it to feel homey. I wouldn't want it to feel like a fort. I'd want it to feel like a place I could call home. Yeah, that's what I would want. What's your favorite kind of sandwich? A cheeseburger, by far. There's a restaurant here called Burger Boy. I love their hamburgers. We have a restaurant here called Whataburger. I don't know. People go crazy for Whataburger in Texas. I'm like, let me tell you, when I say Whataburger's okay, people around me like go off. But I'm like, nope, Burger Boy. I like the way the bread tastes. I like the way it feels, the cheese, the burger, everything about it I love. And I love their crinkle fries. They're like the old-fashioned 1950 fries. I just love them. So that's my favorite kind of sandwich. And I could eat it every day, all day, nonstop. Love them, love them, love them, love them. What is your favorite type of clothing? I am a plain old soft cotton t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. That's it. If I could wear that every single day for the rest of my life, if I could work in it, but I sleep in it, I go to the grocery store in it. That's what I would wear. I would own nothing else. Very comfortable. Don't really have to think really hard about it. I don't know. It kind of fits my personality. I like to think I'm very laid back, but I'm pretty uptight. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? It's all right. Doesn't bother me. I actually like that little burst of sweetness. I will tell you that my favorite way to have pineapple is in a salad with olives. I love that contrast of sweet and sour. One moment you got sweetness in your mouth, the next thing you got not sour but salty. You get this salty burst in your mouth. I just think it's a great combination. I do olives and pineapple on my pizza. Pizza's not my favorite food. Oh my God, the backlash. I know. Give me a break. Pizza's not my favorite food. I like pizza. I crave pizza from time to time, but it's not like my thing. It actually falls behind burgers. But it's all right. If it's on it, great. If it's not on it, great. Don't really think one way or another about it. Do you sing in the shower? No. Yeah, I've heard myself sing. It's not good. I could hear a song. They turn it off. They ask me to sing it. And it doesn't sound anything like the song. I'm like monotone. I don't recognize pitch. And so the only thing that happens is my volume wise goes up and down, but that's it. So I do not sing in the shower. 24, we're getting near the end. Have you ever caught something on fire while you were cooking? Yes. Being the oldest in a home with a single mom, I had to do all the cooking. Mom had to work 2 jobs. I had to stay home, help with the kids. And needless to say, I have turned things on fire. Fortunately, I've never burned the house down, but yeah. I'm sure I've done it in the last year or so as well. I'm a good cook, but I'm not a chef. And you know what? Chefs even cause fires. I've seen Top Chef. Top Chef, you see them do fires in the kitchen. All right, last question. If you could have a mythical creature as a pet, what would it be? Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many out there, right? But I think if I had to have a mythical creature, I would want maybe Dobby from Harry Potter, his brother or his sister, or his cousin or something. That's what I would want. I think having somebody who has magical powers would be wonderful. Having someone that could protect me would be wonderful. Someone who would be a good companion that was silly and fun and genuinely very, very nice, I think would be great. So those are my answers to Lisa and Peggy's 25 wacky questions. Yeah, very interesting to think about some of these. Well, I hope you enjoyed my questions. Maybe you get to know me a little bit better. If you have other questions you'd like to know about me, just ask, and I'll see if I can answer them. There are going to be some of them where I will have to say fart. As Peggy said, that was a little weird, but yes. So there's some questions I will not answer because I think they're too private, but pretty much I'm an open book. And until next time, my name is Benny, and I'm the Fool's Apprentice. Bye, guys.